It's also an opportunity for us to hear different ways of talking about the issue, ways that can reach more people. If I just talk to people on the left, I kind of come up with rhetoric that is comfortable on the left. If I start to listen to people on the right who oppose empire, they have good arguments for it, and they have different ways of saying it. And so if we listen to that and learn from that, we can improve our own rhetoric and our own outreach. We can become much better advocates for ending empire and for ending war, and that is the goal. And also, I think the advantage of having a right wing is that it gives us a way to strengthen some of the people on the left wing. I mean, you look at progressive Democrats in Congress, and they almost always will, for sure, provide enough votes to fund any war that the leadership wants. They've never been able to stand together and say no to war funding. Despite having the power to do so, they've never done so. And so having people on the right, though, will give them cover. It'll provide them with an opportunity to stand strong and say, well, look, that so-and-so on the right, and so-and-so on the right, and so-and-so on the right, they agree with us on this. This is not a left issue. This is an American issue. Empire is bad for the American economy. Empire is bad for U.S. security. Empire is bad for stabilization in the world. Empire is bad for the rule of law. Empire is bad for democracy. And if we can, have people across the spectrum making those points, it makes the people who we should count as our allies more likely to actually vote as our allies. We can see, already how that's working a bit. You can see that some members of Congress, like Dennis Kucinich, for example, just this couple days ago, joined with Ron Paul to call for U.S. troops to get out of Pakistan. No declaration of war, no war power resolution, and yet we have troops in Pakistan. We're killing civilians on a near daily basis in Pakistan. And this right-left coalition in Congress starts to bring that out. Why do they do that? Why is Kucinich ally with Ron Paul, who I'm sure he disagrees with on lots of issues, as I do? Because to need credibility, we need to not just be seen as a fringe left side of the spectrum, but something that covers the full spectrum. You can see it also when Barney Frank now talking again with Ron Paul, coming together to urge cuts in the military budget. Again, credibility is enhanced when you can go across political spectrums. We are not going to be credible as just the left. We're just not going to be credible as just the left. No doubt we have to build in the left much more strength. We have to organize among left-leaning Americans. We have to get those folks on the left to stand more independent and not kowtow to the Democratic Party. We have to do all that. But that's necessary but not sufficient. It's necessary but not sufficient. We need to do what is sufficient. The goal is to win. Now we will not have the votes in Congress if we just have the Progressive Caucus. That's not going to be enough. It's the largest caucus. It's kind of feeble. It's inconsistent. But let's assume they even voted as a block. You could bring the Progressive Caucus together and the Black Caucus together, and you still don't have enough votes in Congress. So if the goal is to win, we need to recognize that goal is to win. Now, there are lots of problems I have with people on the right. I'm not into the free market. I disagree with that philosophy. I think it's been used as a cover for crony capitalism, as a cover for removing regulations that are much needed in the environmental field and the financial field and so many other areas, or to put in place, bad regulation that's not really accomplishing anything. On the right, I also see problems with racism. And in fact, I see that as a problem throughout the country. When the NAACP this week said that there are elements of racism in the Tea Party, well, yeah, sure. There's elements of racism in the Democratic Party, too. This is a country that has racism to its core. And so, we're either all racist or recovering racist. And so I think one of the advantages of talking to people on the right is a chance to point that out and to try to, bring that out into the public so you can have a discussion about race in all aspects of the political spectrum. Thanks a lot for your time.